We have the Nuggets as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Lakers are enjoying this break from the road. This is an important game for them because they've really been struggling. Just one win in their last 5 games.
You know, during the course of a long season, one of the things that you really look forward to is approaching All-Star break. It gives you a chance to kind of get some physical and mental rest and really get away from the game. You know, your teammates, your coaches, and that's not always a bad thing.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Harris and Gallinari are the wings. Arthur out there with Jokic, and it's Moutier in at the 1. Brent, as we move towards the middle of the season, teams can start to get mentally fatigued during the grind. How do players keep their focus during that stretch?
This is a great time for coaches to introduce a few interesting concepts, maybe put in some new plays or defensively challenge his teams during games where maybe they have a 15 or 20-point lead, and you can ask your team to switch up some of their coverages. That'll re-engage the mind of a player really quickly throughout the course of a season.
Now here's Dang. Mozgov kicks to Russell. Picked by Mozgov. Russell passes to Young. Yes, that goes in. Young's got his first 2 points of the night.
As many attempts as you can get in close, those are high percentage.
Harris dishes to Arthur. Good, and Harris gets the assist.
Nice ball movement to find Darrell. Arthur rising up and releasing. Gets that to go.
And here's Young, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Now, here is Russell. Dang gets a wide-open look, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
It's one of those things, the team hits from downtown. The other side immediately wants to get back those points.
Here's Harris. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Lock at 6, Moutier. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Nuggets. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, offensively, they got all the momentum behind them, got the D on the ropes, and they just kept throwing haymakers.
You watch Jokic play, and you can see why so many are high on his ability to be a star someday. Brent has all the tools, is a legit 7-footer, and he moves with such ease.
Yeah, Jokic has a nice face-up game and has lateral movement as a big, which is quite impressive. Sense of spacing with his passing is pretty good. His timing on defense is good. Be interesting to see how he develops in the next couple seasons.
That one is no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside, Russell. He kicks to Young. A 3-ball. That shot is off. Now Denver takes it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Now here's Moutier. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Orlando. Gallinari against Dang. Los Angeles with another miss.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Arthur, no good.
I have no clue what happened with the defense there, but they should be thanking their lucky stars that somehow he bricked that golden opportunity.
Here's Mozgov. His last outing, he had 8 points. Randall kicks to Russell. And the 3 off target. The Nuggets trail by 3. Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Mike Malone. David?
Well, Kevin, he expects their interior defense to be airtight. He said rim protection is something we really do well. Our ability to contest shots allows us to become more aggressive on the perimeter. Makes it a win-win. We'll see if all of that holds up for them tonight. Back to you.
Okay, Dave, thanks. So defense, it looks like, coming first for them today.
That's their identity. That's what they're all about. Their defense is really what sparks them.
Yeah, and I think they're going to have to take some chances here. Steals and blocks, anything that could spark a run for them on the other end.
Now Gallinari, after D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. Denver grabs the miss. Harris with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Jokic kicks to Moutier. Baseline jumper. Arthur, no good. Lakers leading by 3. Russell passes to Young. And the jam by Nick Young.
Timeout. And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
And the thing about Laker fans, I mean, they've always been used to their team being the favorite to win most nights. Lately, though, it's more about the excitement that their young players bring to the game and hopefully the bright future ahead.
Murray's checked in for Emmanuel Moutier.
Here's a look at some stats for Harris. His last 10 games, he's averaging 11 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
The Nuggets trail by 5. And thinking about the element of excitement that the Lakers bring, it's about watching their tremendous athletes who also happen to have a lot of skill, too.
Yeah, it's a different kind of showtime for the Lakers. I mean, it's the joy of watching the young guys grow up and the pain of seeing them make mistakes. One thing we can say about Tinseltown, though, it's never boring.
No. Here's Young. Gallinari making his last shot. Young dishes to Russell. Back to Young. 6 to shoot. Kicks to Russell. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Lets it fly. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Russell's got his first bucket of the night.
I know the difficulty degree there high, but he drains it.
Murray kicks to Arthur. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And you have to feel good about seeing Gallinari out there healthy. He's missed so much time in his career, Brent, due to injuries that you just can't prepare for.
I mean, imagine in the prime of your playing career to miss an entire season. He came back better than ever from his knee surgery. And you always wonder if players returning from such injuries will be more cautious with their play. It's interesting to see Gallinari regaining that confidence and form.
So he comes up empty at the line. And Brent, for the Nuggets, they know that it's going to be a growing process for a few years before they can compete.
Well, a lot of learning on the job, not only for the players, but for the coaching staff, Kevin. But that can be a great thing. You know, if you're rooted together in the struggle to become successful in the NBA, you're going to share those successes on such a deeper level once they come.
Randall with the bucket. The Nuggets trail by 7. Now here's Murray. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Harris against Young. Feeds it to Murray. 5 on the clock. And Gallinari kicks to Arthur. The 3. And again, Denver no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Passes it to Russell. Back to Dang. High post try. That one no good.
Well, he's seen it before where he can light it up with the best in the league, but right now he just does not have the touch.
The dish to Harris. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer.
Outstanding look from the perimeter from Gary Harris. When he gets space to shoot from there, he has no problems with it.
Outside Russell to the middle. Jokic with the steal. They're running. Here's Murray. It doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, but they didn't roll over in that game. Had a good chance still to pull out the victory. Just couldn't come through in crunch time.
Yeah, it was not disastrous. They did have some very good stretches in that game, but they just could not sustain it for as long as they needed.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Ingram, he's checked in for Mozgov. Williams comes in for Young, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for D'Angelo Russell.
The pick definitely could have been better, didn't fully commit to it, but it was still just enough to get his teammate enough room to knock down the shot.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Tariq Black comes in for Julius Randle, and it's Thomas Robinson in for Luol Deng. And then for Denver, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Jokic, and Fareed's subbed in for Gallinari. Well, Commissioner Adam Silver has said he'd like to see the league institute a 2 years out of college restriction. Brent, you played 4 years in college. I know you think that helped you. Do you think that requiring that extra development time would be a good thing for the NBA?
Interesting conversations I've had, Kevin, over the past 3 or 4 years with younger coaches in the NBA is the fact that with younger players, they have to take so much time to teach them fundamental things that chunks up a lot of the time that they would have in order to get their team ready for game 30, game 40. And so that teaching is really holding back a lot of teams from being as competitive as they should be once they get their season started. So 2 years, I think, is a great idea from Commissioner Silver. We'll see if that happens.
Now here's Williams. 26 points for him last game against Detroit. Black kicks to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And for a guy with a slight frame, Lou Williams can be one of the most aggressive players in the NBA, especially when driving to the basket.
And Kevin, I call it, he's a professional scorer.
Yes.
He can get streaky hot from beyond the arc.
Take a break.
So you have to stay up on him.
2
he
shots.
puts the ball on the deck and uses his quickness to get past you. You almost always have to foul him to prevent him from getting to the basket. And he shoots a high percentage from the line.
The first free throw is good. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And when having discussions about the Lakers over the years, one word that has rarely been mentioned is rebuild. The franchise is used to championships, not rebuilding.
And another word that they lack is superstar. You're not accustomed to seeing the Lakers without a true superstar on that roster. And they've also always been a top destination for the A-list free agents.
And the first one drops. Jameer Nelson's checked in for Denver. That one drops. He ties it up. Just looking at the history of the Denver Nuggets, they have never made a big splash in free agency. They just seem, Brent, to not be the type of franchise to throw their hat into the ring for all the megastars in the NBA.
It seems like when they've had the available funds to go out and get somebody, Kevin, they've been unwilling to throw it that way. And it feels like the general manager is trying to do something in Denver right now that's quite organic. You have to go way back to Alex English to see the last time that the Nuggets really dipped in and made a major free agent signing. And for you kids out there, look him up. Nice unselfish dish there, right where his teammate could do something with it.
Here's the pick. Williams for three. Back the pass to Robinson. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Denver's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Chandler outside. Pass to Nurkic. Barton outside. I got ball. Now here's Chandler. D right on him. Shoots it up. Black grabs the board.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
And it's Ingram missing. The Nuggets shooting 33% here in the first quarter. And Fareed kicks to Nurkic.
When you see Nurkic out there, as skilled as he is, still the thing that baffles you is his size. A legit 7-footer. He weighs 280, depending on what he had for dinner. But he's got great skill, and they're still exploring it in Denver.
The Nuggets have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early. Free throw good. Nurkic.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
He hits both from the stripe. Here is Williams. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Pass to Clarkson. Back to Williams. Shot off the pick. Denver grabs the miss. And thinking about Nurkic and his size, Brent, he definitely doesn't fit the spot-up Euro big man profile we've seen.
No, he's one of those guys who enjoys the contact, and anytime he can get it, he'll be in there. Can spot up with the jump shot if he needs that. He likes to throw his weight around on the inside, and he does. He makes the most of his size.
Here's Williams. Following the basket by Kenneth Fareed. Williams, that's good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Nelson kicks to Chandler. Nurkic up top. He feeds it to Barton. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Lakers.
And really, there's just such a lack of scoring for them from out at the top of the arc in terms of three-point range. And in today's game, you have to get scoring from the three-point range. And that area out above the free throw line extended is a real weak spot for them so far.
Now, here's Clarkson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. They set the pick. Williams. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Yep, he's going to kill you coming off of those down screens. As a defender, you have to fight over the top.
Williams against Barton. Chandler outside. The pass to Nelson. Releases. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Nelson's got his first 2 points. The Lakers trail. Clarkson with the ball. His last outing, 16 points for him. Outside Williams. And the Lakers tack on 2 more. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Now Chandler. 5 points in the game. He dishes it to Nelson. Fires for 3. Tie game in Los Angeles. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. The Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
Well, those high percentage shots have keyed their offense tonight, and until the defense packs the lane, no reason to shift their strategy.
And Denver has possession. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for the Nuggets. Unfortunately, it sounds like a very serious injury. We're well into this season, and that is the last thing this team needed. And that's going to make things much harder for them down the road. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
Well, for how hard he competes in the game, you know he's going to do just the same when it comes to rehab. He may recover faster than most because of it.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Lakers. Dang out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Williams. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Ingram in at the small forward. And the second free throw, good. And defense, not always something that gets a ton of attention, Brent, but it's the other half of the coin. It makes a difference when you think of perimeter defense. Who comes to mind as best guys at that position?
Well, Kawhi Leonard is causing all kinds of havoc for multiple players in our league right now from the wing. And you combine his athleticism, his length, his timing, and then the stability, Kevin, of really the defensive structure around him. That really pronounces him as one of the game's premier defenders.
The versatility, him, Green, I mean, these guys can guard a lot of different positions.
Yeah, again, there's ways that great coaches in our league teach professional teams that you can also have schemes defensively and just as many plays defensively to be effective on that end of the floor. But that part is about effort.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Kenneth Faried, and call him Kenneth. He gets mad when you say Ken. He's the manimal, one of the best rebounders in the league. He plays with a tremendous motor. But Faried said, I never looked at myself as just an energy player. I just have a lot more passion than other people in the league. I play hard. I have talent and passion. Kevin?
A key player for Team USA gold medal in 2014. Thanks, D.A. Chandler dishes to Moutier. Six to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And here's Chandler from the arc. A shot, no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively. For sure.
Randle passes to Ingram. Off the mark and a bad shot there. Denver leading by 4. Murray picks to Moutier. The feed to Chandler. Jokic a screen. Chandler the pass to Jokic. It's stolen by Dang. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Outside Williams. Now, here's Clarkson, defended by Moutier. Shot to end this cold run. Williams can't get it to go. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Chandler's shot, good.
That's exactly what you want Moutier doing, seeing the open man and firing that pass over to him for the clean look.
Outside Williams. Dishes to Clarkson. There's a screen. Fires from the wing. Jump shot is good. And that's now 9 points for Williams. Here's Moutier. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Jokic kicks to Moutier. Chandler outside. Second chance shot, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Oh, great move to get to the rack there against the guy who doesn't really just have the strength to be able to keep him away from the rim.
And the Lakers with some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Ingram. Young comes in for Williams. And it's Russell in for Jordan Clarkson. On the free throw, no good.
Well, the Nuggets are in a position right now where they're mining for gold with their youth. They've made sure to keep their picks most seasons, and it's paid off. Found great value at different times in the first round of the NBA draft.
Out to Russell. Feeds it to Randall. Passes it to Mozgov. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Mozgov a screen on Chandler. Russell with it. Now defended by Moutier. Russell, no good. And with the Nuggets, certainly Moutier is the first name you notice, but Brent, getting a player like Jokic in the second round was huge.
That's what this franchise and others that have struggled to make the playoffs consistently are always looking for, is a late gem in the second round, and they got it in Jokic. Well, the Nuggets have some interesting ways to go with their roster right now, but they're taking the right approach, in my opinion, and developing some very interesting young potential.
For the Nuggets, Arthur comes in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Gary Harris in for Murray. Lakers shooting their third free throw shot of the game. That free throw good from Randall. Denver leading by 3. Harris outside. At the elbow, Moutier. Nice D from Russell.
The defense arrived just in the nick of time to throw him off there. So fortunate he missed that one, guys.
Here's Dang. Arthur grabs the board.
Man, this game would shift drastically if he was on tonight and making those shots that we normally see him hit.
Harris kicks to Moutier. Jokic sets the screen for Moutier. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Jokic with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Moutier's got it. Out to Harris. Fires the 3. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Dang dishes to Young. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Moutier pass to Arthur. Top of the key, Harris. Alinari outside. Clock at 6. Harris kicks to Arthur. Shot on the wing. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Arthur's got 5.
That shooting stroke from Arthur is a gorgeous thing to watch. You just expect him to make every mid-range shot that he takes.
You played for, what was it, 6 different teams over your terrific career. We're seeing less and less players remain on the same team for their entire career. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing for the game of basketball?
I think it's a thing that just can't be avoided nowadays with the way the contracts and free agency are set up and the way the teams like to maneuver around. One of the things, Kevin, I think that's taken effect is a quick trigger from a lot of the younger owners that the NBA has where they don't have immediate success. They're not willing to go the patient route and wait for guys to develop. wait for guys to see their talent and come to fruition with the team that they're with. And so you'll continue to see plenty of player movement as the league moves on.
Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. Fourth, the Nuggets.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Lakers trail by 3. Outside, Russell. Picked by Randall. Russell kicks to Young. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Moutier dishes to Arthur. Down low. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Arthur. And now a 5-point Denver lead. Russell passes to Young. Randall a screen on Harris. Young's shot is off. Nuggets have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. On the wing, Harris, defended by Young. Harris kicks to Arthur. The dish to Moutier. And the foul called on Darrell Arthur. That's his first foul. Robinson's checked in for the Lakers. The Nuggets also changing it up. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Jokic. Will Barton comes in for Gallinari. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Moutier. Lakers trail by 5. And here's Russell. 20 points for him last game against Detroit.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
6 on the shot clock. He kicks it to Mozgov. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Bang for 3. That shot off. Barton with some nice D. Pass to Arthur. Denver passing it around. Kicks it to Barton. Just his first attempt. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You could see the frustration on his face.
Russell, no good. The Nuggets leading by 5. Nelson dishes to Nurkic. Young against Harris. Pass to Barton. Shoots a 3. Barton missing again.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
Great effort to go out and challenge that shot. Hard to stay cool under that kind of pressure.
Now here's Mozgov. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Count the basket.
That's great recognition. Saw he had the height advantage and exploited it.
Here's Nelson after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Barton kicks to Nurkic. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got 7 rebounds in the game. Bang for 3. Offensive rebound. Got a piece of it. Nurkic with the steal. Barton with it. He's picked up by Dang. Barton passes to Arthur. And stolen by Russell. Young, right side, pulls up on the elbow, connects, the jumper drops. And now just a 1-point Nugget lead. Denver's gone 1 of 6 from 3-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Harris dishes to Nurkic. Barton kicks to Nurkic. Back to Barton, pulls up. Money from the wing. Barton's got his first points of the night.
Will Barton catches the ball, a great job of squaring up, and the defense better be aware of him there.
In watching Will Barton play, or rather as he's known, the people's champ, you know, Brent, you have to love the energy and aggression that he plays with whenever he's out there on the floor.
And there's something about the blue-collar player, Kevin, that I think everybody who's a fan of the game always is attracted to. That's what Will Barton does. Very easy to cheer for, and he gives you everything he's got every night.
Now here's Dang. With some arc. Rebound by the Nuggets. Arthur's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
A bit shocking that he has not registered one made field goal in the quarter, guys.
Barton against Dang. Barton kicks to Nurkic. Nurkic setting the pick for Harris. Barton outside. A 3-ball. Not going to go that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Young. Here's Mozgov. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Barton kicks to Nurkic, and there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That's foul number 2 for him. And Los Angeles with some changes. Tarek Black, he's checked in for Mozgov. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Luol Deng. Fareed's checked in for Denver. There's the pass to Nelson. Wide open look. Black grabs the board.
Well, he could not have been any more wide open, guys. Wow, I bet he nails that shot next time he gets a clean look.
And the call will go against Thomas Robinson. That's his first foul. Ingram, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Jordan Clarkson comes in for D'Angelo Russell. And a switcher also for Denver. Chandler's checked in. The Nuggets trail. Fareed up top. Barton kicks to Fareed. Nurkic in the post. Working on Black. Nurkic can't hit. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And there's the call on Chandler. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Murray's checked in. Long range from the inbound, and that one's good. Ingram. And the Lakers lead by 4.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
Now here's Chandler. 9-point game his last outing. Screen by Fareed. Shot to stop the run. The shot that time not on target. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Lakers lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Mike Malone. Things got away from you guys in the first half. What happened out there?
Transition baskets, offensive rebounds, 2 of the areas that we knew coming into this game that we had to control. There's no sense of urgency right now. We're just shooting the ball. We're waiting to get back, and they're getting easy runouts.
A lot to clean up, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they've been rewarded for dumping the ball inside, keeping the defense honest. You have to mix it up. A little bit outside, a little bit inside. Now that separates teams.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that 3. It's not going.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. The Nuggets trail by 4. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Moutier and Harris are their lengthy guard set. Gallinari is out there with Arthur. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low.
And Moutier collects himself, sees where he is on the floor, and simply rises up for the jumper.
Screen by Young. Russell with it. Young left side, 20 feet out. Rebound by the Nuggets. Arthur's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Well, Mike Malone is all about business and the business of defense, holding his team accountable for how they play on that end of the floor. He also wants his team to be very strong on the glass, which they tend to be. A defensive stop doesn't become one until you get the rebound.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
Russell kicks to Mozgov. Young against Harris. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and he drops that one in. Young's got 8. Going back to Malone, he's known for being a strong defensive coach. Brent made his name for himself when he first started in the league in that category.
Well, I think Coach Malone realizes, Kevin, that on a nightly basis, the shooting can come and the shooting can go. But what you can rely on is your defensive effort and the presence on that end of the floor. So he continues to demand effort and energy from these young Nugget players.
This is his first free throw of the game. First one falls for him. And so Young nails them both.
Smooth stroke at the line. He shows that time and time again.
Now Moutier, he feeds it to Harris. Passes to Jokic to the left wing and stolen by Russell. Into the 3rd we go. 2 minutes in now. He dishes it to Mozgov. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second-chance points in the league. Number 5, the Nuggets.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
Now, here's Moutier. Arthur sets the pick for Moutier. Here's Gallinari. Mozgov with the block. They get it back, and Harris wide open. He shoots, and again, Denver no good. Lakers leading by 4. On the wing, Dang. Harris against Young. Now the feed to Mozgov. Randall passes to Russell. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Randall no good. The Nuggets trail by 4. Arthur dishes to Moutier. Gallinari outside. Harris outside. Launches it. Harris missing again. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Russell kicks to Mozgov. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. 6 points for Timofey Mozgov.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Arthur with it. Now defended by Mozgov. Mozgov with the steal. Young against Harris. And Young kicks to Russell. Back to Young. There's the triple. Arthur grabs the board. Arthur's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Yeah, it's tough. His shot's been off today. Luckily, his team still has the edge in the game so far.
And the shot goes in. Arthur's got 7.
Smart move to get Darrell Arthur the ball that close to the basket. He takes his time. He gets it to go.
Here is Russell. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Dishes it to Moutier. Feeds it to Arthur. Up top, Moutier. He's guarded by Russell. And the shot goes down. Now just a 2-point Laker lead.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Brent, you can just see the explosiveness ooze out of Moutier when he attacks a defender.
Well, Moutier can create space for himself just about at any time, and he does it with effortless movement. He cuts very well for a guard as tall as he is. So the body control and that athleticism, those are good foundations for an offensive player waiting to explode.
Here's Harris after the basket by Timofey Mozgov. Shot off the pick. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Moutier.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Russell passes to Randall. Back to Russell. Harris against Young. Hits the front of the rim and out. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Harris determined right there to find his way to the free throw line. And Gary Harris is a guy who I feel is just taking strides. A little undersized as a 2-guard in this modern NBA. Needs to work on his range, but can play a little bit above his listed height. He is very fearless when he goes inside trying to attack the rim.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Tariq Black, he's checked in for Mozgov. Ingram comes in for Luol Deng. Lou Williams is checked in for Young. And it's Clarkson in for D'Angelo Russell. That one drops. He ties it up. And talking about Gary Harris, who played a while at Michigan State, listed at 6'4", but you'll see him going up over 2 or even 3 defenders in the lane.
Well, that just tells me, Kevin, he's got extreme confidence in his ability. Reminds me a bit size-wise of Dwayne Wade, and he does the same sort of things in attacking the rim. Very efficient in the offensive zone when he gets in there.
And here's Moutier. After Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep. Screen by Nurkic, expanding his range. Moutier, no good.
You know, if you're going to go set a pick, you really have to be committed to it. He simply did not do a good enough job to get his teammate open.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Lakers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. That one is off. And the Nuggets with some changes. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Nurkic. Barton comes in for Gallinari. And Murray's subbed in for Harris. That one is no good. The Nuggets trail by 3. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. Hits the 3-point bomb. Moutier's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That could change things.
Now here's Williams. 9 points in the game so far. There's a good screen. Picked by Randall. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Moutier kicks to Murray. It's Jokic top of the key. For the three, Chandler. They get the rebound. Jokic passes to Moutier. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from.
Well, I think a big issue for him right now is his performance from the mid-range. Just nothing seems easy for him at the moment, and it's resulted in a lot of missed opportunities for himself and his team when he's taking that shot.
2 shots.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And Emmanuel Moutier's path to the NBA, so fascinating. 7th pick overall in 2015, but played in China prior to declaring for the NBA draft. I think that experience helped, but made Denver intrigued as to whether or not he could be the point guard for their organization for the future.
He hits both from the stripe. Well, following up on Moutier, spent some time in China, grew up in Texas, and was born in the Congo. Well, that's quite a world traveler at his young age.
Well, my thing is, Kevin, did he keep all the miles? That's going to help out. He's worked really closely with Coach Malone to improve his game during his rookie year, and he plays with a high level of confidence. We'll see in the next couple seasons how that develops.
For Los Angeles, they have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4-7 from the foul line tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
That free throw missing. Nelson's checked in for Emmanuel Moutier. He hits the second from the line. Nuggets have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Nelson kicks to Murray. Fareed up top. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. From 13, misses off the left iron. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Clarkson dishes to Black, and that one is good. And the Lakers lead by 1.
Beautiful setup. Put that pass right where it needed to be.
Pass to Murray. Chandler up top. In the corner, it's Nelson. There's the dish to Murray. Back to Barton. 6 on the shot clock. And that one comes up a bit short. Now here's Ingram. Defense right on him. A nice shot by Black. Now it's a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Martin passes to Chandler from about 19 feet, and the shot goes in. Chandler's got 11 points.
Textbook assist there from Will Barton, moving the ball around. Sometimes you just get rewarded like you did there.
And here's Clarkson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. But they get it back. And it's Ingram missing. The Nuggets have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Nelson kicks to Barton. Barton missing again. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
He kicks it to Chandler. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Robinson. And stolen by Murray. Here's Barton. And he goes right over Thomas Robinson and slams it down.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Well, this team now has to settle in right here and have a great possession without getting so aggressive that you compound your mistake.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
Now, here is Nelson. Kicks to Murray. 1:52 left to play in the third. Barton, no luck.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Clarkson dishes to Black. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Nelson outside. Barton outside. Back to Fareed for the lead. Rebound, Thomas Robinson. Robinson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Ingram not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Ingram's got 8 points.
Look how assured Ingram looks pulling up from there. I mean, he either tortures you with his speed to the rim or his jumper if you give him space. Take your pick.
Now here's Murray. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Nelson, no luck. Lakers leading by 3. Lets it fly. Black, the second chance points on the tip in. Black's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
We got 33 seconds left to play here in the third. Chandler is screened. Barton wide open. He fires. Off target from three-point range.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Williams kicks to Black. Back to Williams. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Williams has got the lead up to 7 now for Los Angeles. Now, here is Nelson. Pass to Chandler. It's blocked. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. The third quarter comes to a close. Los Angeles on top as they end the third quarter with a 13-4 run. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on Coach Mike Malone.
Stay positive. Don't get down. We got a lot of time left. We're going to win the game. We are going to win the game.
Coach Mike Malone moments ago trying to get each guy to believe in himself, believe that this still can happen.
And the players have to trust each other. It's going to take all 5 guys working together to recapture that momentum.
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Ingram and Randall, the young forward tandem. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Williams, and it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Guys, I cannot believe he missed that one, and I bet he can't either.
Moutier kicks to Gallinari. A basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got his 4th assist in this one. Williams with the ball. And there's the pass to Ingram. Releases. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot. And the Lakers lead by 6.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Jokic a screen. Moutier pass to Jokic. Barton outside. Clock at 6. Gallinari in the corner. Here's Chandler. Got a piece of it. Ingram dishes to Williams. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Lakers making a switch here. Russell's checked in, and a switch here also for Denver. Gary Harris, he's checked in for Barton.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
Now here's Moutier. Chandler outside. He feeds it to Harris. Over in the corner, Moutier. Pulls up on the wing, and it's Russell with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 9. There's Mozgov. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Chandler, and so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Wilson Chandler. The Lakers in the lead. Up top, Russell, defended by Moutier. Jokic with the steal. Chandler kicks to Moutier. Back to Chandler. Here's the 3. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yes, and Moutier might have been able to take that shot himself, but instead heads up on a swivel and delivers to his teammate.
Now here's Williams. Outside, Russell. 6 to shoot. Picked by Randall. They grab their own miss. Here's Ingram. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And Brandon Ingram out of Duke, drawing comparisons to Kevin Durant like KD. He's very rangy, very lanky for a perimeter player.
Yeah, and Ingram around 6'10" in shoes with that 7'3" wingspan. I mean, he's still, light weight-wise, much like KD was when he came in the league. Still, you don't see many small forwards with the standing reach of a center.
Nick Young's checked in for Williams. And Denver also making a switch. Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Wilson Chandler. He's perfect from the line this time.
And Brandon Ingram, a 5-star recruit out of Kinston High School. He helped them win 4 straight North Carolina championships, the first time that had happened in the state's history.
Now here is Harris. And a miss there on the triple.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Expanding his range. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And the takeover has begun. This is his game right now, guys.
Luol Deng is checked in for the Lakers. The Nuggets trail by 9. Now, Moutier. Here's Arthur. Passes it to Harris. Jokic with it. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Now, here's Moutier. He's guarded by Russell. Moutier, no good. And Ingram mentored and coached by former NBA great Jerry Stackhouse.
And I wonder if Stack was a little disappointed that Ingram didn't end up becoming a Tar Heel, instead choosing the arch rival and going to Duke. A one and done there. It certainly has worked out pretty well for the young fella.
And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Can they get it? He lays it in.
A nice pass in close quarters. Sometimes those can be tricky.
Lakers leading by 9. Picked by Randall. Russell kicks to Mozgov. He dishes it to Young. Deflects the pass. And Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, Commissioner Adam Silver mentioned at some point they'll look at potentially expanding the NBA draft to 3 rounds. It's been that before in 1988. It used to be, what, 6, 7 rounds?
That's correct.
A long time ago, Brent. Should the league go back to a 3-round draft?
Why not?
But how about some of these names deep in the second round? These are kids that get cut immediately.
Well, you don't have to watch it, Kevin, but it'd be good for the league
to
have 3 rounds.
We love the league, so of course you watch it.
Yeah, and you know, you think about the hundreds of potential players that can make the NBA, certainly be on the Summer League roster so that the teams can evaluate them over the next 3 months before the NBA season gets started. So why not 3 rounds?
Now, here's Jokic. After D'Angelo Russell's miss, Jokic sets the screen for Moutier. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Jokic.
When you run the pick and roll that way, everything becomes just that much easier. Capped off by Moutier. Delivered.
And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Mozgov. And it's 6 points for D'Angelo Russell. Nuggets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And stolen by Russell. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Lays it in off the breakaway. And now it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
No reason to wait. That was all his from the get-go.
Now, here is Gallinari. Out to the right wing. Here's Moutier. And again, it's Denver.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Russell kicks to Randall. Back to Russell. Puts it up from 17. Again, Los Angeles. The Nuggets trail by 9. Moutier kicks to Gallinari. He hits Jokic top of the key. Launches a 3. Moutier with the basket. Moutier's got 14 points here in the second half.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Randall passes to Russell. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Harris against Young. Here's Moutier. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Lakers leading by 6. Outside, Russell. A floater, and that's 2 points on the layup.
He's getting anything he wants out there. He has this look in his eyes that says, nobody's going to stop me, not tonight.
And here's Moutier. And there's the feed to Harris. And it's off from three-point range. LA has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Dang for 3. Arthur grabs the board.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Now here's Moutier. He's guarded closely. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
The Lakers have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Right side, Russell. Here's Mozgov, and it's Denver with the rebound. Arthur's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Gallinari dishes to Moutier. They set the pick. The 9-foot shot, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
That's a fearless attack from Moutier, which helps earn him a trip to the free throw line. Perhaps the biggest positive for Darrell Arthur is his ability to punish defense with that jump shot. He's so good at the mid-range and pick-and-pop situations. Really easy release lets him consistently make jumpers if he gets himself into open space.
The free throw good from Moutier. And perhaps the best part about Arthur is that his range can extend out to the three-point line. Brent, very helpful in pulling out defenders.
Yeah, Darrell Arthur can hit the three if you give him some space. And a big guy who can step out like that frees up a lot of driving lanes for your guards.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Lakers leading by 7. Here's Young. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Young's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
To the middle, here's Jokic.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And he can't hit the second. Lakers leading by 8. Russell kicks to Dang. Young with no one around. And he's good on the 3-ball. Young's got 11 in the second half. Denver's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, guys, when Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout, he was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
So it's Denver now. They trail by 11. Jokic a screen. Gallinari passes to Harris. Jokic inside. Mozgov covering. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Mozgov.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Free throw, good. Jokic. So he gets them both. Now, here is Young. This is to Mozgov. Right side, Russell. Back to Mozgov. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And how about the big Russian, Timofey Mozgov, a good, solid contributor when healthy.
And the first one at the line is good. Mozgov hits them both. Here's Moutier. Harris outside. Back to Moutier. To the paint. It's deflected. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
You could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Well, he had a jump on it, had a chance to make the play, just could not steal the deal.
Moutier dishes to Arthur.
Terrific patience there from Arthur, drawing the defense in, baiting, getting the call.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Young with the ball. Mozgov, a screen on Harris. And Young kicks to Mozgov. Feeds to Russell. Dang for 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 13 with that last one. Pass to Moutier. 11 feet away. Mozgov with the block. And he recovers it. They retain possession. Moutier, no good. Lakers leading by 10. On the wing, Dang. The dish now to Russell. And misses it off the right side of the rim. For Denver, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Jokic a screen. Moutier pass to Harris. Jokic with this screen on Mozgov. Harris kicks to Jokic. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 4 assists now tonight.
Oh, nicely done. Finding good opportunities inside. Priority 1.
Outside, Russell. Puts one up from 19. And he overshot that one, missing.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
And even though he's been on a roll tonight, that one was a bit forced.
Here's Moutier. The shot misses. Nice D from Russell. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Mozgov sets a screen for Russell. He kicks it to Mozgov. That one goes in.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Los Angeles.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. That they were disciplined and focused.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight for Mozgov. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Here's Moutier following the basket by Julius Randle. And that one's good, Jokic.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
So it's the Lakers now. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Russell dishes to Randle. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 5. Young passes to Russell. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Good on the three-point shot.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Timofey Mozgov. His performance was absolutely phenomenal tonight. Not only did he rack up a double-double, he inspired everyone around him to come up with plays for the win.
That big presence in the low post tonight was Timofey Mozgov, taking charge of this game. He was not going to be denied. Just a constant effort and motion all game long. Mozgov, great job for a man your size. I didn't think you could move like that.
Well, the work he did on the glass tonight is what set him apart. His rebounding numbers were unreal. He was doing the work of 2 players on the boards. I just love seeing this kind of grit and toughness.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, a spectacular, just great. I mean, see you.
Good night.